Guys, today I will be sharing how to make my version of Ube Dream Cake, and this is the end product that you will see. This Ube Dream Cake have 5 layers, so it's quite a lengthy process, but the end result I can guarantee that it's gonna be delicious. So first we're going to make the ube. For the ube we need 1 can of evaporated milk, 400 ml of coconut milk or coconut cream, 1 teaspoon of ube flavoring, 2 to 3 dabs of purple food coloring, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 pack or 150 grams of dehydrated ube or purple yam. So to begin, we're just going to combine all the ingredients. So that's the purple yam followed by the coconut cream and then the evaporated milk. To these, we're going to add the sugar as well, and then the 1 teaspoon of ube extract. Give this a mix. And then just to brighten up the mixture, I'm going to put a little bit of gel food coloring. So I use the barbecue stick to add the gel food coloring to my mixture. Now we're going to cook the ube in a stove with the heat setting medium to high heat while continuously stirring. We're going to cook this until all the liquid has evaporated and when the ube starts sticking at the bottom of the pan. And this is done. As you can see, it starts coating the bottom of the pan. So we're going to transfer this into a heat-proof container, and we will let this cool down completely. The next thing we're going to do is the ube pudding. For the ube pudding, we need 2 cups of fresh milk, 3 egg yolks, half a teaspoon of salt, half a cup of whipping cream or thickened cream, 1/3 cup plus 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3 tablespoons of corn flour or cornstarch, 1.5 tablespoon of butter, and 1.5 teaspoon of ube extract. So combine the corn flour or cornstarch, the sugar, the salt, the milk, and the cream. While whisking continuously, then add the egg yolks. Then whisk this again. And then we're going to move to a stove with a heat setting medium to low heat. And then we're going to continuously stir this until the mixture thickens up. It is important to continuously stir this so the egg yolks will not curdle. And this is now ready. We're going to take this out of the heat. And then we will immediately add the butter. And then we're going to add the 1.5 teaspoon of ube extract. When you add the 1 teaspoon, make sure to give it a good mix and then taste this. For me, I need half a teaspoon more, so I added all in all 1.5 teaspoon of ube flavoring. Now we're going to transfer this into a heat-proof bowl. Again, we're going to cover this with cling wrap, making sure that the cling wrap is touching the surface of the pudding. And then we will let this rest in the fridge while we move on to the next step. Now we're going to make the ube cake. For the ube cake, we need 2 to 3 dabs again of food coloring, purple, 1.5 teaspoon of ube extract, 2.5 cups of cake flour, 1/3 cup of ube that we made before, half a teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoon of baking powder, 7 egg yolks, 3/4 cup of sugar, half a cup of oil plus 2 tablespoons, and 1 cup of water. So to begin, whisk the egg yolks, then add the sugar. We're going to whisk this until it becomes light pale yellow. Just like this. Now we're going to add the ube. To this, we're going to add 1.5 teaspoon again of ube extract. Give it a mix. Now we're going to add the water and the oil. Mix again. Now, to brighten up the color, we're going to add the food coloring. I'm running out of food coloring, so I'm using the bamboo skewer. Sift in the dry ingredients, which is the flour, the baking powder, and then the salt. Then using the spatula, mix the batter until it is smooth and there's no more lumps. So we will set this aside while we move on to the meringue. For the meringue, we need 7 egg yolks, 3/4 cup of sugar, and half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. So begin beating the egg whites until it is frothy. Then add the cream of tartar. If you don't have cream of tartar, you can substitute this with lemon juice or white vinegar. Then gradually add the sugar. Once the sugar is all in, continue beating until we reach the stiff peak stage. And this is now the stiff peak stage. Next thing we're going to do is to combine the meringue and the ube batter in 3 additions using the folding method. Be gentle when you mix this batter because you don't want to deflate the air from the meringue. So this is the last addition of the meringue. By the way, your oven should be preheated at 160 degrees Celsius. And this is now ready. We're going to divide this into 4 cans. I'm using 3 9-inch cake tin and 1 8-inch. Then we're going to bake this in a preheated oven at 160 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 27 minutes or until when you insert a skewer in the middle and the skewer comes out clean. And this is what they look like after baking. Now we're making the ube crumbs. For the ube crumbs, we're going to process the ube cake. If you don't have a food processor, you can use a grater to do this process, but make sure that the cake has cooled down. Once it turns into crumbs, set this aside. Now we're going to make the whipped cream. For the whipped cream, we need 600 ml of whipping cream, half a cup of icing sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So combine all the ingredients. And then using an electric mixer in high speed, we're going to beat this until it reaches stiff peak stage. Just like this. Now all our components are ready. We're ready to assemble the dream cake. So with the ube that we made before, we're going to add a small amount of ube on top. Spread the ube evenly. So here is our ube pudding. Before using it, give it a good mix. Divide this evenly into our 3 cakes. Now, using an offset spatula, we're going to distribute the ube pudding into the cake evenly. And then we're going to add the whipping cream. This is now our 4th layer. And finally, we're putting the ube crumbs on top. Put this in the fridge for at least 45 minutes before trying to consume this. And this is my version of ube cake. And just to show you what it looks like inside. The cake is so soft, moist, and this cake tastes really good. I can guarantee that you're going to love this. You can see the goo inside, the cream, and the cake. You can hardly see the Ube Halaya. I hope you give this a try, and please do like, subscribe, and share the video if you want me to make more versions of Dream Cake. So far, I have 6 versions of Dream Cake. I'll put in the link in the description box if you want to check them out. And I have a playlist as well. Bye!